Plows take care of those runways out there. It's quite the undertaking, I know, at CVG, and they're getting it done as fast as they can. Thanks so much for your time, Mindy.
Thank you.
All right, appreciate it.
In other news, let's get back to the forecast here. Adam Burniston in for you tonight to give us a look at what we can expect through the evening. So no more snow tonight.
Right.
What are we facing next?
So the biggest threat we're going to be seeing is those temperatures really falling quickly out there, getting into the single digits, and that's kind of the temperature where we can sometimes, salt's still going to do a decent job, but when it gets too cold, sometimes that refreezing can happen because it is so cold out there. And so that's going to be lasting with us here. Those wind chills even colder as we go in this week. So if it's not the snow that's causing an issue, it is going to be the freezing temperatures that are continuing through much of this week, causing the issue as things maybe melt from some of the salt, refreeze through the overnight, and create some slick and spotty conditions out there for the morning hours and even into the evening and night hours as well. So we're going to be watching that. But as we mentioned, that snow finally out of our area, that last bit of light snow out of parts of Highland and Adams County as that center of low pressure continues to move through now the Appalachian region into parts of West Virginia, getting closer to the Carolinas and parts of Virginia as well. This little bit of snow you see up around Middletown, that's just some ground clutter, as we call it, maybe a little bit of light flurry action, but it's right near that radar side. And with the composite radar, we oftentimes see that after some of these systems moving through. The winter storm alerts. We had that winter storm warning that's in effect through midnight. Now only a few more counties left in that to our east. So parts of Clinton down into parts of Bracken, into Mason County, Robertson, and areas east of that. You are still under technically that winter storm warning, but I would not be surprised to see that start to get canceled as that system moves even further off to the east. Wind chills even a little colder out there as well in the teens right now. But snowfall totals out there across our area, we're still getting some of these reports in, by the way, but some of the latest ones we've been seeing: Aurora, Indiana coming in about 11 inches, Northgate 10, South Lebanon 10, to show you kind of how these pockets of higher amounts can happen. Keep in mind, South Lebanon is at 10. As we just got another report, other parts of Lebanon, just to the northwest there, is only 8 inches. So we've had some of those pockets of higher totals out there. Villa Hills 9, Sunman at 8.8, Williamsburg 8.5. But we'll be sure to have more reports coming in as we continue through the system. People get out with those rulers. Make sure to send us a photo of that ruler with the snow, of any of your snow reports as well, and we can try to add it to the system and let the National Weather Service know as well for their database. As we look through this evening, we'll keep it mostly dry, maybe a light flurry or two with some of the remnant moisture, but shouldn't really cause any issues as we go through tonight with just cloudy skies hanging around. Usually clouds help kind of keep temperatures not as cold, but tonight is unfortunately not one of those cases as we'll get down into the single digits. So if you are driving out there for this evening or tonight, I'm still going to have those red icons, those higher impacts out there, just because there's some of the patchy areas on those roadways, bridges and overpasses that I think we'll have to keep a close eye on. And obviously those side streets still getting cleared around the city, other parts of greater Cincinnati as well. By Tuesday, it gets even better for us, but you'll still want to keep an eye out for those patchy slick spots, because while it looks completely dry, you could run into a bridge, an overpass that just has one little icy spot, and that can cause some issues. Temperatures right now in the mid to upper 20s. We're not going to get above freezing, at least for the next 7 days in the forecast. It looks like right now, maybe even longer than that. But for any evening plans, expect those lower 20s to turn into the teens as we head into the overnight and into tomorrow morning, with those single digits possible right around 6 degrees as you wake up there Tuesday morning. Feeling though like we're near or below zero as those wind chills continue, and we're going to feel like we're basically stuck in the teens through much of the afternoon with those cloudy skies hanging around. Wednesday, Thursday, we keep those zero or single digits to below zero digits in the forecast. And by Friday, you see it there, an impact day, because we might be tracking another snow system coming our way as well. So for now, dangerous cold as we go into the week.